We are here with Scott Intagliata with the Unico System, and we're talking not only about modular construction and how the unit actually fits in so nicely in these small spaces, but also the amount of time savings and cost savings because of this product. Hi, Scott, how are you?
Good, Audrey. How are you today?
I'm so good. Thank you for being here. I love the background on not only this product, but the company, as you're aware. Let's dig a little bit deeper into, there it is. Yep, let's dig a little bit deeper into how we are saving time on the installation of this product.
Okay. So I think the most important point to always start with in modular, and I think why Unico is being used widely in modular and panelized offsite construction, is that our product, unlike high wall splits or ceiling cassettes or traditional ducted products, they have a very hard time fitting them in the factory. There's no way to efficiently do that. Our product, because of its slim profile, our air handler, which is the heart of our system that creates the energy and processes it, working with an outdoor condensing unit, is half the size of a conventional unit, but fully as powerful. And our main trunk line and flexible supply tubing fit into a less than a third of the space of conventional ducting, which can never be installed in a factory and has to be retrofitted at a job site. The average length of time on a job site that a builder's HVAC subs spend is between 2 and 4 days. With Unico, 85% of our product is installed at the factory. Literally everything on the inside of the house is pre-installed before it ever ships on a truck to that job site. And on average, an HVAC contractor that the builder employs to go out there that we train and the builder would employ goes out to site and does a finish and full commissioning in less than 4 hours. So they spend less than half a day compared to 4 days.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's a
huge.
gigantic savings.
Yeah, it's a fantastic savings, and I think like what you were saying is it's all about efficiencies. There's less breakdowns in communication. There's less work having to be done. That's a cost saving in itself, right? We think about we're buying these amazing homes. They have all these efficiencies, and then we're adding on top of it for the builder or the manufacturer to be able to offer a system that is enclosed and ready to go.
Yep. And and also we all live busy lives. Builders live busy lives on various, it's like three-dimensional chess on every house. But now they're trying to figure out, okay, I've got this house here. The HVAC sub needs to be there for 3 days, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I really need them at this other place Monday and Tuesday. And it just becomes a scheduling nightmare. Everybody's time is valuable. Think about how hard it is to schedule dinner with your family, right? They multiply
Exactly.
it by people you have to pay and on various locations, and it becomes a big scheduling nightmare, an expensive one. Every moment that somebody else doesn't hit that schedule means you're paying for empty time on the part of the sub. It becomes an accounting mess. With Unico, half a day. So if you have 4 houses ready, you can have all of those houses done in a couple of days with a single HVAC tech coming out to site to finish them. That's the difference.
Yeah, I love that. And we were kind of talking last month with Francis, and we were talking about the services that you provide. So one service, that you guys are providing at the factory, you have this ease into being able to install the product into small areas. Maybe they're the attic, maybe it's a floor system. Again, truly remarkable because we know how big those systems are. And you're making it easier for the tech to come out. Not only that, I think the other thing that we also mentioned was the design services. So you're going to have a whole design plan ready to go where the system is going to be spec'd out. And not only that, all the materials that are going to come. And then you have this national presence with WESCO that can get product there quickly for the end user at that place. I love the idea of also the time savings of what your product is doing for the technician. When we're talking about modular construction, it is about these efficiencies, how we are going to help the factory become better, more efficient, and also not only cost savings, but it also allows them to have another area where they can have revenue.
Mhm. No question about that. And I think that I'd like to, not only are they a great customer, they're a great company. We love working with Wesco, and I think it should be said that not only can they get equipment to site efficiently, a big piece of that is that they have stocked Unico inventory in a substantial way and can move it around the country in advance of projects as projects are moving forward. And that I think is a tremendous commitment of their resources in addition to their people resources, which they're pushing our product because I think they see the benefits for their customers, that builder. And so we're delighted to be partnered with them in the offsite construction space, particularly the modular space. And the thing that we try to bring, you're right, we bring a design service, and that's a drawing that literally the factory can use to install the system. They know what joist it runs through, where it's placed, all that sort of thing. The other thing that we do is that we will train the factory staff to put the product in the way it should be so that it's super airtight. And our product, if it's installed correctly, is going to last between 25 and 30 years. It's independently rated to do that. So, to be fair, I'll probably be dead when it needs to be replaced. And and that's a good confident feeling in my book is that, it's not just us saying it, it's independent rating agencies saying this product's going to last a long as it's installed correctly. And we train on that. And not only do we train at the factory, we'll train online, but as the guys start putting it in, they're always going to have a couple of questions. We encourage them, call us. We're here, 12 hours a day. Give us a call. We'll do a FaceTime. We'll get on a Teams or Zoom call and we'll take a look at what you're doing and we'll walk you right through it. We can do it over the phone, that sort of thing. We want to make sure that they always feel like the manufacturer is there with them to support them.
I think that's a big deal, being the manufacturer and supporting them. And I can tell you from my experience when I build modular homes, I didn't know other than calling the licensed contractor, right? And even the licensed contractor, if they're not educated on the product and they just have the product, they're figuring it out on their own, which it's so nice to see the support system, the services, the transparency of what the Unico system brings. It is truly remarkable. I don't know others in the industry that are doing this. And again, it's the benefit and the air quality for the end user. This product really does circulate air properly. It helps with humidity and it's super quiet.
Yeah.
That
And
is
no drafts, no drafts.
and
So,
no drafts. Yeah, those are all big deals. And we got to start building houses and think about these things because, like you said, our houses are lasting hundreds of years. They're not just, getting replaced here and there. I'm in a house since 1950, right? I have a lot of remodeling to do in this house. And actually, I was talking to Francis. We're going to be doing a remodel next year. And I am already planning on your system and coming into this because every hour my system goes on, my HVAC system, and Scott, it's so loud. I feel like you could hear it in like when I'm doing meetings. It's so loud.
yeah, that we often hear stories from end users who are like, before we got Unico, we had to turn up the TV or sit
Oh,
closer to
yeah.
it, that sort of thing. Yeah, so,
It's
but
amazing, right? When you don't have it and then you go, and I've been in different places and I've heard your system and I've seen it installed in factories, and I'm just always amazed. And it always looks so pretty because the duct work is round or square, they're small. And it
mhm.
looks really pretty when you see it on in the ceilings and how they design it. There's nothing like it on the market. I'm truly impressed by what you guys are doing. I am a big advocate of the product because I think, again, it's about the air quality for the end user, and you guys definitely have hit a home run there.
Thank Audrey, thank you very much. It very gratifying to hear, and we appreciate that. We love our product, and we've sold hundreds of thousands of them the last 25 years, and we plan on with Modular to sell hundreds of thousands more the next 25 years. So, yeah.
And that's the dirt on Offsite Dirt. Thank you for being here. Like us and share. We'll talk to you again real soon.